So, welcome back. Still on this Ogbonge matter they call cryptic pregnancy. Ah, God. I've heard so many stories. Now, let me tell you the one that hit home because I know the people involved. So, here's one story. Someone, I'm not going to mention names, was waiting with her friend, were waiting, and they decided to go. Her friend had heard something, and they confirmed there's a maternity where people go, they pray, they use some prayers and medicine, and it works. So people have been going and they've been getting pregnant. So they went there. The person that told me the story said when she got there the first day, she did not just feel the vibe. It was weird for her. So she left and never went back. But her friend said, well, me, I am going through stress in my home. At least you've had one. In her own case, it was a case of secondary infertility. She had one already. She didn't have another one she was looking for. But she wasn't as desperate as the person who had not had one at all. And this woman wasn't just desperate because she had not had one. Her in-laws were giving her back-to-back shaggy. What do you call it? Shaggy. Back-to-back shaggy they were giving her. Every time. So she decided to stay back. She went back and over again, she started joining them. According to her, they will get there, they will pray, they will sing, they will share a word from the Bible, and they will pray. And then they'll give them, medications and stuff. So she continued taking whatever they were giving her, whether it was an injection or tablets, I can't remember now, but they were giving them some kind of medication, and she was taking. And her body started changing. She started feeling bigger than before, and they confirmed to her that she was pregnant. And when they confirmed to her that she was pregnant, she was happy that she was pregnant. But they told her, this pregnancy, you cannot see it even if you go to do scan. So you just have to believe God, keep praying, keep doing everything we're asking you to do, and keep coming back. So she decided to be doing that. Although it was a little bit weird, but she was doing it. And when you're doing something, you're seeing others doing it as if it didn't matter. Somehow, that's why they always talk about your company. So she kept going. Her body was getting changing. Her tummy was getting bigger. Her boobs were getting bigger. So people started looking at her, somehow. And she announced that she was pregnant. And they congratulated her and her husband. So this lady was going. And at the time, she was feeling somehow. I'm supposed to be feeling the movement according to what she had read about pregnancy and people she had chatted with about pregnancy. But she went back to these people and they said, you will not feel it. You will not feel a kick. You will not feel any movement. You will not see pregnancy test turn positive. You will not see it even if you scan. So you just have to believe God and keep praying and keep doing what we're asking you to do. So she continued. Then the time for the birth. She's like, I'm approaching 9 months. I still haven't felt anything. They said, no problem. So now come. And she sat down and they opened the talk for her. So they told her, now that you are almost 9 months, your baby should be coming by so day. They gave her the date for her delivery. And they told her that, God, they told her that they asked her what would she want, baby boy or baby girl. And of course, somebody who has been going through in-laws wahala, you always want a boy. Of course, you wanted a boy. No problem. At the time, they said you have to bring 500,000 naira. And the woman went like, okay, is it for the CS or for what? They said for the whole package. Not to bore you with too many stories, at the end of the day, this woman found out that she had to produce this money so that they can arrange the baby to be brought. And she found out that she wasn't actually pregnant, but that the baby would be brought for her on that day. And she shouldn't worry, as she has carried, she has told everybody she's pregnant, and if everything will work out, they will just bring the baby for her and she will just be delivered of a baby. And she was like, how? They said if you want a girl, it's 400,000. If you want a boy, it's 500,000. If you want twins, my God, this lady who was not having it, she fled up like, what are you people talking about? They told her that what surprised her was that they were not even remorseful. They told her, well, you are the one who has been carrying pregnancy. If you like, go and tell them you're not pregnant. Whatever decision you make is up to you, because you are the one that's going to be answering people So this lady cried home. And the good thing she did was she went home and she told her husband, look at what I have done. I had no idea what these people were doing. I just found out and all that. The husband was like, you know what? Forget it. Even if God wants to give us a child, we don't have to go through this route, okay? If he doesn't want to give us a child, fine. So the husband sent her abroad for treatment, you know, because they needed to like flush out all the hormones. I found out today when I was reading that what they actually fill them with are progesterones and estrogen. So they just put a lot of estrogen and progesterone inside them, so they just change their body and stuff like that. So she had to go and flush her system. And thankfully, when she came back, it wasn't long after she returned to Nigeria. She took in properly now and delivered a baby boy. I don't know if she had another child after. This was a long time ago. This has been over 10 years when this happened. So, but the funny thing is that I thought that it would be something that would just happen and people will end it. But it has continued even till now. So I'm going to come back with more discussion on or more points around what I have found in Nigeria about this cryptic pregnancy.